So, hey guys, welcome back to my channel. How are you all doing today? I truly hope you all are doing very well. In today's video, I'm going to try to trade on the 1 minute time frame. I will see how I can properly identify the key levels of support and resistance here and exactly how I can draw them out on the chart. In addition to all of that, I will certainly do my absolute best from my side to enter at the most ideal entry point. And first, I'll see how the chart is moving and how the market is behaving. Because a lot of things depend on that. Sometimes the market is very volatile, and in such situations, it is difficult for any strategy to work as intended. But still, I am going to try right here to execute a sell trade opportunity from my side. So, first of all, I prefer to find a chart with a very significant price movement. First, I will find a chart with strong movement. Here, I see a chart like this, which is showing a clear and strong downtrend. There are also several long wicks visible here. So, I will try to draw levels here using a holy zone line. I have taken a holy zone line at the point where I see a long wick and I have placed it at the absolute highest price level it reached. And then I will carefully place it on the lower side. This effectively creates a clear trading zone. This is the seller's zone, and I can say that I have created a resistance here because I usually prefer to set support and resistance with double levels. After that, the resistance here means the market movement should remain downward from this point. On the lower side, I have set a support level, and for the downward move, I will place a trade here for $100. Okay, finally, I have placed a $100 trade in the downward direction, and here on the lower side, I have created a support zone. I can also call this the buyer's zone. So this is how I create resistance and support zones. I never set support or resistance with just a single level. After that, there's one more thing, the concept of the alone candle. Here I can also see an alone candle, so I use the rectangle tool for this. I've covered this alone candle here like this, covering its entire body with the rectangle. Now what will happen with this rectangle is that at the very least the market will test up to the rectangle, and only after that will the market move further. It's possible that there could be a bounce back here, or the rectangle could be broken. In that case, breakout scenarios occur. If the rectangle is broken, the market will go down to the support level. Even if it doesn't break, it's possible that the market will consolidate within the rectangle for some time. So, finally, my trade here was in profit, so I had used support, resistance, and the rectangle. My entry right here was actually quite good, and I can honestly say that it was a perfect entry for me. And let me also tell you something very important. I am not a professional financial advisor. Before placing any trade at all, please make sure to do your own thorough research because trading is always very risky. There can be significant losses here as well, so you really need to keep that in mind at all times. But here, I am trying to change the chart. I'm going to find a suitable chart where I can properly identify and draw out the key levels of support and resistance. So this is exactly how I go about setting up these support and resistance zones. First, I'll select a horizontal line tool and place it right at the very top where the market price first began its fall. And then by looking at this specific long wick, I'm going to mark the precise level right here. Okay, now this becomes a resistance here. So in this way, I need to observe how the market is moving. Specifically, I can place a trade for a downward move here because first of all, there is a resistance level at the top and the market usually comes down from resistance. Also, the previous candle where I placed the trade has a very long wick on the upper side, which indicates that there are sellers present. So I can see that there is selling pressure here and the market movement will remain in the downward direction, and for how long it will stay that way. Until the market tests its support level below, the market will continue to move in the downward direction. This is not certain, but it appears likely. Any trade can result in a loss at any time. You have to keep this in mind. But I am trying to make some predictions. There is never 100% certainty in anything. So finally, this trade of mine ended up being profitable here. A very strong bearish candle has formed here because all the conditions were being fulfilled at this point, which is why such a good candle was formed. So again, I will try to find good opportunities in this way. First, I will try to find a good chart. Only then will I be able to mark support and resistance properly. This is a bit of a sideways chart, so I will avoid this chart and try to find a better one. There is a lot of downward movement here, and here the market is sideways, so I am avoiding this one. Here I will try to identify a chart with a good movement. This chart is also showing some very strong performance, but first I will conduct a thorough technical analysis to it. Only if things fulfill my criteria according to my strategy will I try to trade. On the downside, I have placed a support level here from where the market has remained bullish. And here, I will set it like this according to the long wick. And for the downward movement, I will place a trade here. Now, there is a very good concept here. The level I placed was based on the long wick, as there was a support level there because the wick on the downside was quite long. But here, I have placed trades for the downward movement because I feel that where I have placed the trade, the previous candle has a very long wick on the upper side, which indicates that there could be selling pressure here. That's why I have placed a trade in the downward direction. And I feel that in the 1 minute time frame, I can mostly trade on the next candle by looking at the wick of the previous candle. This is just my personal opinion. There is no certainty in anything that it will always happen this way. And on the upper side, I have created a seller's zone by placing a double level, and overall, I can also consider this as resistance. And the movement of the market is downward. Now it will try to test the lower support levels, and in fact, it has already tested them. Finally, this trade has also been profitable for me here. So if I can identify support and resistance levels very well, then I can also draw them. After that, if I take an entry somewhere, it can be a very good, perfect entry. But just marking support and resistance is not enough. Along with that, we should also know 2 to 3 price action strategies. For example, even if support and resistance are marked, sometimes the concept of a long candle comes into play, or there are chart patterns or candlestick patterns. Those concepts also need to be kept in mind. Only then, according to me, will the accuracy remain good. So here I will again try to mark support and resistance using a horizontal line. On the upper side, the long wick that has formed, the price has gone as high as its top. I have placed a level at the point where the market went up to that high. On the lower side, I have created a zone covering that wick. So this completely becomes a resistance, or you could say a seller's zone. After that, I can see a long candle here. So I have placed a trade for a bullish, that is a green candle. Here, based on the long candle I see, I will draw a rectangle and try to cover it. So the rectangle I have taken here, I am placing it like this. Covering it like this because most of the time there is consolidation within the rectangle. Even if the market is moving in our direction, a retrace candle can still form there. So within the rectangle, you should absolutely avoid placing trades. And I did this because I know there is a resistance level above. At the very least, the market will try to reach the resistance level, and only after that can the market bounce back here. Here, I have taken a trade on the green candle, or you could say, I have traded on the bullish candle. I will wait a little in the direction. Here, I will hold this trade until it is in profit, and there is a very strong bullish mother. The candle has formed here. Finally, my trade has also been in profit here. Okay. And let me tell you something important. If you haven't joined our Telegram yet, then the link is in the description. So make sure to go there and join our Telegram. And again, I am changing the chart here to take a look. I will try to find a chart with a good movement. So I feel that the first priority, according to me, should be to have a chart with a good movement because that's mostly what I do. So here I am looking for a chart with a good movement, and in that I need to draw support and resistance. So first of all, I have taken a horizontal line here. How will I place the horizontal line? On the upper side, where the price has gone high, where I can see the wick, I have placed a level there. After that, covering the wick on the lower side, I have placed a level here as well. This forms a resistance zone, and here I will place a trade in the downward direction. I have placed a trade for a downward move here because I feel that the upper side is a very strong resistance level. And from there, the market has also been bearish. There have been 3 consecutive red candles there. Here I can also see a long candle which I should have marked with a rectangle. Now I am going to take this horizontal line and move it just a little bit lower than it was before. After I have finished doing that, I will select the rectangle tool and try my best to completely cover that long candle on the chart. So right here in this spot, I will move the shape upwards and then slowly extend it quite a bit further towards the right side. Okay. And finally, I'm going to place it carefully right on the upper side of the area. In this way, the long candle is now enclosed within it. So like this, there is always some consolidation in between, and the market is moving above this. It will test its resistance level, and only after that will the market bounce back here. Here, this trade resulted in a loss, so I have placed a double trade of $12 here because overall, I know that the market movement can stay downward here as there is a strong resistance level above. Previously as well, the market has moved downward from that level, which is why I placed a double trade there and took a risk of $200. And let me tell you one thing, do not use even $1 of your own money based on someone else's advice or strategy. It is very important to do your own research before placing any trade, because just because a strategy works for someone else does not mean it will work for you. Everyone's strategy is personal and depends on their mindset. When you place a trade, you can create your own personal strategy and then you can place trades because every person's mindset is completely different. That's why it's important to learn first, and only then should you do anything like investment, etc. So, here a very good bearish red candle is forming because there is strong selling pressure from above due to the resistance. And finally, both of my trades ended up in profit here. So, in this video, I used support and resistance, and wherever I felt it was necessary and saw a long candle, I used a rectangle. Basically, you can also trade according to support and resistance. According to me, however, it is very important to learn many things. You should have a lot of knowledge in your mind. So that's it guys for today's video. If you liked the video, please make sure to give it a like. If you are visiting the channel for the first time, don't forget to subscribe. And if you have any doubts or questions on any topic, you can let me know in the comment box. Otherwise, you can start with simple things like, I think, drawing step by step, finding good support and resistance, drawing them, and looking at a good chart. These are very basic things. At the very least, you should definitely know these. So guys, that's it for today's video. We'll meet in the next video. Until then, thank you.